Alright, I think I'm ready to get started. And here we go. First game of the evening, or day, or morning, wherever you are. Oh, unless there's a technical issue. Unless there is a technical issue to resolve. Here we go. First game is RoboPit. What's RoboPit, you may ask? It's a video game with robots, where you fight the robots as a robot. Game so obscure that Coco Pelli put it out in the US. That's how much no one wanted to do with this game. Which doesn't make the most sense to me because it's actually pretty good. Most early PS1 open cinematic. Imagine. So this is a behind-the-back robot fighting game where you build and customize your fighting robot. So we will continue off from when I was previously playing this. So it has the full save load because it's finally the next generation. And you don't have to have passwords if you don't want to have passwords. So I've been fighting with Robo here. So you start off at rank 100 or 99, and you have to work your way up the rankings by fighting and gaining points. So we see where it says rank, here it's 099, then 4 zeros. The 4 zeros are your points. You get points for winning fights. So Robo here has 87 points. And for the arm parts you see there's a right and a left, and the percentages are like the experience with that weapon. So you get better with the weapon gets stronger and faster the more used to it you are, I guess the more used to it the robot is. So that's like percent strength going on there. And we can change weapons, so the right arm and left arm. I found that a cutter scythe combination works. There's punching, various levels. You have melee weapons here. You have some ranged weapons, but they all have ammo capacities. Meaning you start off the match dumping whatever you have equipped, and then you fight with the other arm, which would hopefully have a actual weapon. You can go in with 2 ranged weapons, but you're gonna die. Because these things don't have enough ammo and enough oomph to take down an entire health bar, even if you land every shot. So they're mainly as like a spoiler, as a distraction for the opponent. It's like the laser here or cannon have good knockback, so you can maybe knock someone off, but you only have like 15 cannon shots, so not gonna go great. There's shields. You can pull Final Fantasy 2 and double equip shields. It's not gonna do much for you other than run down the clock. But you can do it if you want to. I don't find shields very useful. So yeah, the cutter has it's medium range with strong pushback. Scythe is close range with strong pushback. This is a pushback build. I am trying to shove motherfuckers off of this arena. So information here. So so I'm currently 93 in the rankings with Brobo. We have the 2 default robots down here at the bottom. We have all these other goobers. So when you win a fight, you can take whatever weapon, or one of the 2 weapons that your opponent has equipped. And conversely, if you lose a fight, one of your 2 equipped weapons gets taken. So save often is my advice. So like if I didn't have shield 2, if I wanted a shield 2, the only way for me to get it is to find a guy like Guileless here, the shield 2, fight him, beat the shit out of him, and then take one of his shield 2s. So when you lose a fight, you lose points. So all these goobers here at the bottom are guys that I've farmed weapons off of a few times. So they're all at the bottom. I've bottomed them out in the rankings. Then you have other guys here. There are a handful of special robots. So there are some like random boss fights interspersed here. The difficulty curve for these guys is like a straight wall. So like I could probably go after, so even though I'm ranked 93, I could probably go after like Sayonara here and probably win. I go after Boomer here. You see, he has a special weapon called Boomerang, so it's a boomerang. And it's like 100% experience. Like he's got 2 boomerangs, he's not afraid to use them, he knows how to use them. I tried fighting him once, I died in less than 10 seconds. It's like 3 hits, I'm gone. When usually the health bars, need to get chipped away, of course, of a fight. So, let me show you the limitations of having ranged weapons here on both hands with Grimace. I already have cannons, so yeah, I don't need cannons. Let's do Danger Man. Beat the crap out of Danger Man, take some points off him, fill up a rank. So yeah, so has all the stats here. And I think the robots will fight each other, kind of, when you're doing a round. So the rankings can go up and down. Like, Boomer here was like rank 90 a few fights ago. So it's kind of a dynamic fight list there, which is nice. You can fight up to like, I guess, what was it, 20 ahead? But like, you're not gonna go above that. And Speedy would probably... Actually, no, maybe he wouldn't kick my ass anyway. I want that cannon and crossbow. Crossbow has all the ammo though, so that's not gonna run out. And these guys will change weapons between fights. So if I fight System X here, then go back into the fight list later, everyone will have changed up their weapons, except for the special robots. So yeah, let's go beat up Grimace.
Ready, fight!
So it has the jumping flash jump, because Mario 64 hasn't been released yet. We have the 2 health bars up there. Those 2 smaller bars are the special meters. As you attack or get attacked, the specials will fill up, and then you could do major damage with it. So this is actually a good spawn on this level. Oh no, he's up here! Oh, there he goes. Because now he's not going to be able to hit me at all. With his cannons. And the cannons, remember, each has 15 shots. Yes, 30 cannon shots. But this is unsporting. You can go down here and dodge. So the way to... So, the AI isn't the most sophisticated thing in the world. They're just gonna, either come at you or hang back and shoot you. One or the other. You can kite them around pretty easily. Is he already out of shots? Yes, he is. So yeah, here's the cutter. You see, has like a little chain whip thing going on. I can keep people away from me. As you see, as I'm hitting him, his bar is going to get more than my bar. The Scythe has good pushback if it hits. Oh, now he has his meter filled. I'm going to stay away from him. If you're not going to push off your opponent, the way to win is to not get hit by their specials and hit them with your special. Alright, so he literally can't do anything to me right now because he blew both his loads. I think about it. Yeah, so there's one of my specials. Each robot has 2 specials you can use. I think they're related to like the head and legs used for the robot, which are the 2 customizable pieces. So this has like a 3-hit combo with a scythe that per hit does major pushback. I just want to wail on him. Yes, you get him to the edge, and then poke him off. That's the fastest way to kill these guys. There is some edge protection, so if you get pushed to the edge in an attack, that initial push won't send you over. But if you're already at the edge and you get hit again, push back, you'll get pushed over. That's how that goes. So that's basically the entire game. You customize your little custom robo here. You gain experience with your weapons, you try out new weapons, you collect weapons, and you fight your way up the ladder. Is there anything here I don't have already? Well, Boomerang's gonna immediately kill me. I'll go for them later. Like, I could pick on these lower ranking guys, you know, if they have weapons I don't have already, but I think I've collected most of these. So let's find something novel. Javelin. I don't think I have a javelin yet. But he's pretty experienced, so he might actually just murder me. Which, that's gonna be a bad time. So let's go and save, because everyone loves save scumming. So yeah, it's the same strats as Armored Core, basically. In terms of saving in between each and every fight. Alright, so which guy's double javelin? Skybot. Let's fight Skybot, see if this goes well for us. There's only like 5 stages in the game, which isn't awesome. So the movement's a bit awkward. This guy's way faster than I am. I'm not getting any knockback on him. You know, there's a weird, like, an attack priority that happens, so, like, you're not gonna move. Like, if you're in the middle of an attack animation. Which I guess makes this more thoughtful fighting game, I guess? I don't know, this is the Dark Souls of custom robo games. I'm using that special attack because it's just more effective than the other one. So we see here, I'm not getting him to the edge at all. So we're playing the damage game. And the damage game is you hit them, you don't take the special hits, and you give them the special hits, so you get that difference there. And then you eventually win. Oh. It's not as clean a victory as just knocking them off. Hey, you get there. It's the honest way of doing things, I suppose. I do find this is the most annoying stage, because those platforms don't like really add anything. They just get in the way. So you can't really knock guys off the edge that effectively. Start exciting, I guess. Since he likes being up close and personal. Oddly enough, the sidestep moves better than the turns, which is interesting. Okay, so his level is actually pretty good. Oh, we're playing the edge game here now. So you see, like, there's a lot of health. These weapons don't do that much damage, even with, like, high experience, like this guy has. Oh, he got me. He procced his special immediately when it charged.
You lost.
So when you lose points. And then my scythe got taken away. Now I don't have a scythe anymore. Wrong thing. Let me go check here. I don't have a scythe anymore. It's a catastrophe. And that's what we wanted. Remember, kids, there's no cheating in a single-player game. Yeah, so that was like a close run thing with Skybot there. Probably if I had a higher experience with my weapons, I could have, you know, chipped away more damage. But I could like hang around with these lower guys, even though I already have these weapons, you know, just to get the experience. Hand. I don't have a hand yet. I actually don't know what the hand does. Let's find out.
Ready, fight!
Oh, Drax. That's interesting. Yeah, so this isn't like a super serious game, as you can tell. Yeah, they're having some fun with it. The proc. Oh, and he grabbed me. Oh, that's a strategy. I need to knock this guy off the edge. It's actually going very badly for me. That hand seems useful. Yeah, because you grab the proc. Okay, yeah. I'm fighting like the higher level enemies here, for examples. If you fight like closer to like your own rank, it's much more reasonable. There's also a robot making here, so we can just, you know, do this. Select the body. They all have stats for power, weight, defense. You know, I chose like a as nimble a build as I could, without sacrificing too much defense. But I guess that might have been the best one. Yeah, so let's go with the hefty boy here. Use a face, which doesn't do anything. Do that, and get legs. Jumping isn't that big of a deal, really, in this game. You don't need to jump that much. But what you want is speed and turn. Actually, what I want is turn. So what is the highest turn? This is what I had before. I guess it was the highest turn. Now let's go with these legs this time. Yeah, so each robot starts with the basics here. You have some skill with them, but they're all pretty weak. So let's go with... Actually, let's go with a spear and a shield. How about that? But this new guy here, let's go fight Lancelot, get some missiles.
Ready, fight!
Yeah, so I'm much slower because I got like the heavy body here. It also gives me more defense. I'm not gonna get knocked around as much. You see, I had a different special there. That was like a firing in a line instead of a circle. Because I have different body parts. That guy's just not going off, huh? So since we both fired off at the same time, they cancel each other out. go damage either side. There's a defend button, but I guess it's only useful if you can see the attack coming. Hi there.
Hello there. How are you enjoying this robot-based video game?
I liked it the last time I played it. I'm liking it less now because I was trying to show off high-low fights when I was too low level.
I was gonna say, does the depressing look on the robot's eyes
Win.
add to the experience or detract from it?
That's like semi-randomized.
I feel like every robot I've seen so far has just been like,
No, like this one is, like he's having fun.
yeah, that one seems a little angry. I guess he has a bouncer, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean there's like 5 different eye types put on these guys. Let's go get a claw. Let's go get a claw from a Winky. You know, Winky.
Ready,
Yeah, my favorite video game character.
Yeah. Crab legs. Yeah, this game's like very simple. There's not a lot going on here, but I don't know. It works well enough, which is unusual, which isn't a given for the time.
Is this single player only, or could you like?
Yeah, there's 2-player.
So there's 2-player. I guess you could make your own robots and then like
And then,
fight
and
each
then
other.
fight them with each other, yeah.
System.
There we go. I ringed out the MFer. On the claw. Yeah, like the customization kind of reminds me of Biomotor Unitron more than Custom Robo, for whatever reason. Go fight Idaho. We'll change our equipment here.
I'm always fighting Idaho.
I know, right? So we'll change the spear for a claw, because I like range.
What do you think the Robo Pit meta is?
Yeah, I think the Robo Pit meta is probably pretty straightforward, to be honest. Like, you probably figure it out pretty fast. Like, I've put a little over an hour into the game, and I think I'm like halfway to figuring out the meta. Probably why this didn't catch on. Too simple. Most likely.
What if we petitioned to have this as part of Evo?
Oh, if only. I mean, no, you just show up with a, PSX, and like do side games in your hotel room.
Yeah.
That's the answer, really. It's like
I think the only problem is you can't smoke cigarettes in there anymore. So.
ah, damn. I mean, but you can still like vape probably.
That's true. You can probably vape. No one will complain, except
it's
everyone who does complain.
It's the 21st century. You use e-cigarettes.
Yeah. Let me tell you, every time when I've been in a restaurant and someone just started vaping in front of me, I was totally satisfied by their answer of, "It's just water vapor, bro."
Yeah, bro, just vapor. What do you want, bro? It's not making you cancer, bro. Why be so intolerant, bro? Why am I losing to this guy?
I think it's because he keeps shooting you in the face.
I mean, that might have something to do with it. He's also faster than I am, which doesn't help.
Yeah. He's bouncing around like a little jerk.
He's bouncing around a culture. Because he has a mobility build, I have like a chunky build. The sidestepping's way better than the turning.
Seems like it.
Just gotta push him off.
Yeah, when in doubt, push him off. Or corner him and just spam attacks until they die. Get him in a corner.
But because,
Just like in boxing.
yes, but because this guy did a double ranged build, he's now out of ammo.
Oh, so he literally can't win anymore.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he's got that one AoE attack. Is that like a special or something?
Yeah, that's a special. When that little bar fills up, you can pull a special. And the bar fills up from getting attacked or doing attacks. So as I'm hitting him, like, I'm giving him special. But I'm also giving myself special, too.
So essentially you could like get him full, and then once he's full, you could probably just back off and then...
That's
I'm
part of the
with
meta.
it.
That's like the strategy. When you can't push them off, you trade blows and just dodge their specials and make sure they don't dodge your special. Do I have missiles or cannon from last time? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, my first guy, Brobo here, is more of a mobility build. He's now up at 93 after getting one of his weapons stolen. Can I fight Brobo? I cannot fight Brobo, sadly.
Robo only doesn't take requests.
No.
You gotta earn your fight with Brobo.
Yeah.
What's with B, C, D, E, F, H, X?
Oh, that's
like a.
That's a guy I just made.
Oh, so that's a guy you made.
Yeah, I just made it because I wasn't giving a shit. All right, let's pick on Spinner and get a sword.
Ready, fight.
So it hasn't come up yet, but the music in this game's better than it should be. There's a couple tracks in particular that are pretty good. Not this one.
Well, who's the developer of this?
Ultron, which is an obscure Japanese development studio. So I looked them up. They spent the 80s and early 90s doing port work in Japan. For the PS1, they tried to actually make their own original games. Robopit, I guess, being the most successful of them because it was actually localized to the outside Japan.
Yeah, which means it sold like it must have sold more than like 70,000 copies or something.
Yeah. So even then, it wasn't that much of a success given how obscure it is. But they made a sequel at least, Robopit 2, in like 97, 98.
Look forward to that.
Look forward to that. But yeah, so after the PS1 era, I guess none of their ideas made it, so they went back to doing localization work for Nickelodeon games for like 10 years, and
Wonderful.
Then they moved on to making mobile game junk.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so not the happiest story, but I think they still exist. So they're survivors.
So how many SpongeBob games do you think these people have touched?
Oh, I looked it up. I think all of them from between like 2001 and 2011.
Isn't that just all of the SpongeBob games?
Have there
or
been any
SpongeBob
since
from the
then?
90s? How old is SpongeBob SquarePants? That is the real question.
I think turn of the century.
I have the power of the internet at my fingertips. I could just look this up.
You could, but why would you?
You win.
Alright, so now I have a sword. Yeah, that's this game.
1999.
1999, turn of the century. Yeah, so that is everything going on with this game. It's a very straightforward experience. You could say it's bare bones. But I mean, what they do right. Like it's good for the time. Like summer of '96. Yeah, this is a good game that's come out. It's came out like a month before Madden. Like July is usually a stinker this time period. But here we have something that's actually good. So it was a very refreshing find for me. It's one of those, I guess, lost classics almost.
Sure.
Want to call it that? And that's what I like finding. Doing this project. Stuff like Space Griffin VF9 or Philosoma. Whereas, like, no one's heard of these things. They're completely forgotten. But they're cool.
Yeah, I would say Space Griffin VF9 was very cool.
Yeah, Space Griffin VF9 is a classic. It's got a classic where I say it's a classic.
Great voice acting.
It has incredible VO. Alright, so moving on to a game that will be very hard to find in the Twitch database. And is not a forgotten classic. I do not think I can actually find this in the Twitch database.
Does it have another name that you might be able to search for? Like, is this a Japanese game or is this like an American?
No. This has maybe the most generic name you could possibly imagine. So I'm just going to set the tag to this. Let's go.
Retro?
No sports. Because guess what? Guess what?
I love sports. Are we playing NHL or are we playing FIFA?
Oh no. Oh, my sweet summer child. This is July. They're not putting out the major games. EA Sports.
Oh, Olympic soccer.
EA Sports doesn't do anything until August. Because this is like the pre-digital store era. No, this is a US gold joint, motherfucker.
US Gold. Oh my god, does that mean it's technically Konami?
No, it's British.
Wasn't US Gold?
No, US Gold collapsed in '96 was sold to parts to IDOS.
Oh, okay.
And the stuff that didn't get sold to IDOS continued on as Silicon Dreams, and they just made soccer games until like 2003.
Ironic, considering what eventually happened to IDOS.
Yeah. But no,
Oh, this is a good opening.
Yeah, this opening is kind of deranged.
I don't like the way that kid moves.
Is he bending it like Beckham?
No. He's actually just endangering everyone on the streets right now.
Hey, the Atlanta 1996 Olympics.
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta, hot Atlanta. The ATL, you could say. All hail our overlord Ted Turner for bringing the Olympics to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I guess finally ending Reconstruction? I don't know. Also, the soccer ball explodes.
Wonderful. But the question is, how sensible is this soccer?
It's actually pretty sensible. Not gonna lie. This is maybe the most average, mediocre soccer game I've seen so far. Which I'm counting as a good thing because this is US Gold we're talking about. Like, US Gold was down there with, like, Ocean Software as just, like, early 90s shit merchants. Also have no idea what's up with the soundtrack. But I'm fine
So
with
fun
it.
fact, this game isn't on the Twitch database, but its sequel, Olympic Soccer 97, is.
Incredible.
But also, how does Olympic Soccer 97 work? That's not an Olympic year.
I mean, US Gold put out a Summer Olympics game in, like, 1994. So, what do you want from them? Consistency?
I want them to
You want them to
not
make
lie.
sense? You want them to make sense?
So what countries are we dealing with here?
Alright, so let's do arcade mode here. We have Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, if it's real. Brazil,
No Canada, huh?
China, Czechia, the Danes, Spaniards, the Ruskies, the Finns, the France, the Germans, England. So, fun fact about this game: England is extremely there's no stats for teams,
Uh-huh.
but England is extremely overpowered in this game.
Or are you telling me that the English made this game and made their team overpowered?
Yeah, who would have thought?
You know what? That would also explain why Portugal's not here.
Hey.
No, seriously, there was this weird thing in the 90s where Portugal and England, like the English were always like, "Oh, our team's so much better than the Portuguese team. We're gonna win," and then the Portuguese would trounce them every single fucking time.
Is Portugal in this game? Portugal's in
No,
this
it's
game.
not.
Yeah, it's right there.
It is?
Yeah, it's right there. So I was playing as the
Oh,
US
okay.
before, but I can play as Portugal.
I'll play as whoever you want.
Romania. No. Yeah, so you have these teams. Let's start. The arcade mode. Yeah, there's arcade mode, Olympic mode. There's like a regular tournament mode. There's actually a pretty... It's a fully featured game. Again, surprising.
Does this have the player licenses?
Let's find out. Team attributes. Portugal. For the formations, we have El Almeida. W.
Is there a
Brito,
Luis Figo?
F. Agapito. Let's see. T. Vaz. W. Cardoso. O.
I don't recognize any of
Ramalho,
these names.
P. Saras. P. Espino. W Lima, H Bastos, and that's it.
So no Deco, no Figo,
So these are probably
No.
all made up names.
no Giram. Yeah, they're just all made up.
Yeah. But I do like this option screen. This is like a very PS1 option screen, but it's early enough in the console cycle that I'm not expecting to see these PS1 ass menus. That's nice.
Yeah, there's definitely like a look to this.
Like the guys who played this, they played Wipeout, and they're like, "Core blimey, this is a cool aesthetic."
Yeah, that's how British people sound.
Yeah, that's exactly how they sound.
Managers got long and hard about their selections today.
They got long and hard about their selections today.
This is such an
Yeah,
important
core
game.
blimey.
These
This year,
substitutes
Rooney will
all
do it for us for
disappointed
sure.
by
We're
not
going to
starting.
win the World Cup.
All right, so we're playing Japan. All right, so remember which side is my side.
The whistle
You're the
goes.
red
We're
side.
underway.
I am the red side. So I'm controlling two guys at once, which is neat.
Sasaki in the penalty area.
That kind of
gee.
oh crap. Like the kind
Are
of
you controlling two guys at once, or are you controlling like entire lines like in the NHL 94 games?
no, it's just two guys at once.
Okay.
I guess it's the two closest guys to the ball, or a
Wow.
guy and a wingman, which which helps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like if I remember correctly, like the real way to play. Oh wow, they just let you in there, didn't they?
What are rules? I don't know
Yeah.
rules.
I know like the right way to play soccer, as by my soccer coach in the 90s, was like you need to form a triangle and you need to move forward with the ball with your triangle. Except none of the kids knew how to do that because they're idiots.
Yeah, because
And I was an idiot too, because I was an actual child.
Yeah, so this game plays largely fine. I'd say that the close-in camera is a bit of a problem
Bet his hands are stinging.
because you have very little sense of what's going on outside of your view.
Yeah, it's not a very wide angle.
But also you can see the fucking ball, which you don't always get to do in these games. You know, depending on
I
the
guess.
developer.
Throwing.
Because I think it was Striker 96 couldn't see a damn thing. FIFA wasn't great about that either.
Almeida. Shocking tackle.
Was FIFA on the PlayStation era games? Was it isometric to start?
Oh. Isometric, like isometric how? Do you mean like a full 2D isometric? Because they're all polygons.
No, but I mean like I'm sure it was 3D, but did they keep the isometric field where like it wouldn't like the camera angle wouldn't tilt? It would just almost look like an isometric game.
No,
but in
I think everything was tilted at this point.
Okay.
Almeida.
Well, I mean, this is no winning 11, but what is?
Oh, Goldstorm is such a better soccer game.
That was dire.
Winning 11 was called Goldstorm
Bueno with the
Okay.
goal kick.
at the time. They started calling it Winning 11, I think, near the turn of the generation.
Oh no. Cardozo.
Oh, nope. Yeah, I mean, I'm bad at sports games, but this is
Bueno
fine.
with the goal kick.
It's nothing more, nothing less. Which again is surprising for me. Why am I going the wrong direction? Which is surprising for me, considering this is US Gold we're talking about, and this is the last game US Gold was involved with before going belly up.
Bueno plucks it from the air.
So they probably made
At
this
least
thing
they
in a hurry.
on a
To take
note,
it.
maybe not a high note, but not a low note. Like I've
Here's
seen worse.
Akimoto.
Yeah.
Throwing.
So what is your opinion on
Now
soccer
Almeida.
as a sport?
It's un-American.
Un-American? I mean, what isn't
Goal kick.
nowadays?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Bueno with the goal kick.
I have no interest in soccer whatsoever.
Fair enough.
Like the most is like during World Cup, and that's just nationalism.
Throwing.
Oh yeah, but you guys are never gonna win.
No, so I don't have to care for very long.
Like your women's team will win, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
men's team will never
Yeah,
win.
yeah, of course. That's why women's soccer is the real soccer.
He timed that just right. Espino.
Though I gotta say, like the women's team has
Half-time.
like
Well,
no
well,
sense of
Well, what a great
mercy.
first half. Well, the second
The-
half
the
certainly
US
got
women's
something
team?
to live up to.
I remember like seeing them play for the first time when I was waiting in an airport in I think Pittsburgh,
Uh-huh.
and they were winning against Germany like 8-0 in the first quarter, and I was like, holy shit.
So we're underway.
That's
You need to
brutal.
like
You need to calm down.
you need to it was like stop, they're already dead. Like what the fuck? It wasn't until like somewhat recently that some teams have actually caught up to their skill level.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
getting
like
there.
the Canadian team has actually caught up somewhat, and a few of the European teams have actually caught up skill level to the U.S. Women's Soccer Club.
They stole the trade secrets.
With the cross.
Yeah, it turns out the trade secret is provide them trainers.
Like training in like facilities.
Yeah, training in facilities.
Who would have thought?
Wonderful shot.
If you use like a coach to provide them with strategies and information, they have a chance to succeed.
There is like a fun little like yellow card animation that'll happen when there's a foul.
So you should start like kicking people.
I should really just kick someone.
Also, I was gonna say you're offside there, but I didn't think that the game would actually care.
I have no idea what that is.
So
if you tell me, I'm going to forget what it is.
You can't enter the inside. Like you can't be the first person to enter.
Like the box?
You see that box around the goal?
The
person with the ball needs to be the first person to enter there, otherwise it's considered offside.
Wait, the person with the ball needs to be the first person to enter there.
Yeah, the person with the ball needs to be the first person to enter there.
First person on your team,
otherwise
the defender
it's considered.
can be in there, right?
Yeah, the defenders
okay.
can be in there.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is a game. It's a video game. You could have played this in '96. I don't see why you'd play it now. Hey, it's a goal.
You'll want to look at this again and again. I do.
I mean, I was playing NHL '96 at this time, which was a nice 2D video game.
There you go. I think FIFA comes out in like 2 months after this. So if you really can't wait for your soccer and you don't care that it's like Olympic soccer, which is lame, then yeah, people could have bought this. Not that many people, obviously, because
Cardozo.
Of course not. But well, would have done something, I guess.
Once more,
that's a bad kick.
I think my favorite thing about NHL '96 is that it was the same game as NHL '95, which was the same game as NHL '94, the same game as NHL PA hockey.
I mean, the hockey games were kind of the best sports games on average back in this era.
The referee says play on.
They were definitely way more fun to play than FIFA was. FIFA was honestly, while it was definitely way more popular around the world because soccer, like it wasn't fun to play. NHL was actually fun to play.
Did he just do a bicycle kick into the?
It's the sort of goal you want to see.
Yeah, they'll do that.
My goalie glitched out and let the ball get in. Can't believe it.
And now the entire enemy team is slid across to the corner.
Yes.
As is Japanese tradition.
That is Japanese tradition. Exactly. Yes,
you can tell they're Japan because they just have a red dot on their jersey. The Japanese flag, you know?
I mean, the Portuguese have just like the black colors on them on their jerseys as well. So. Oh no, it's the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean they'll do that. Ooh, oh wow, that was a good pickup. But you're offside.
Oh, I was trying not to be offside.
Yeah, but your stupid guy was standing in there and he wouldn't leave to make you onside. That's the funny thing. Like,
I should have passed to him.
No, I mean, you can't pass to him. I think you can actually. The rules of soccer. It's been so long since I played it in any like capacity with the rules that.
I mean, the main rule is to have fun.
Exactly.
Unless you're the U.S. women's team, in which the main rule is to kill.
Yes, it's to actually kill your opponents.
The whistle goes. We're underway.
Running. Pass.
Here's
running.
What a wonderful shot.
Ah.
The post. That's a foul. Now
Oh,
the
you see?
offender's
Here's a little
nervous.
yellow card
The penalty's
animation.
been given. Here comes the card. It's yellow.
That's fun.
Bastos to take it.
So the penalty kicks work better. Well, I only encountered the penalty kicks in one other game, but that's the Worldwide Soccer for the
keeper
Saturn.
knows he should have done better.
And
Look
that
at this
penalty
once
kick
more.
system
Wasn't it
was
wonderful.
unhinged and impossible to parse. This one makes sense and it works. So that's nice.
Bastos.
Yes, everyone's favorite soccer star.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm talking like Portuguese soccer stars in the late 90s, I'm definitely not talking
joining
about
the attack.
legendary player Luis Figo.
No, of course
I'm
not.
talking about Bastos.
And that's gone
I
behind.
think was yes, absolutely.
Bueno with the goal kick.
That was kind of
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah,
It was just like, eh.
I press the button the same way each time, but the kick can either be strong or weak. I don't know what's influencing it.
Oh, that was superbly timed.
Do you think like holding it down means anything?
Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'm 1 goal up,
Yeah.
so that's nice. I just remembered to go score on the correct side. I do have problems with that sometimes.
Throwing. Romalo.
Just need to go in the right direction. I guess it's like in Forrest Gump. They just kept kicking me.
I forget. Was Forrest Gump in the NFL?
Makes the interception.
No, he was in the NCAA. He got drafted into the Marines
offside.
instead of the NFL.
Okay.
Makino. Sasaki. Excuse me, sir. Will you sit down? I can't see the game.
Yeah, the commentary is what it is, and it's not much. But it doesn't.
There's actual commentary.
Vaz.
Yeah, there's like a few voice clips, and they're there. They don't.
Is it
detract
some
or
British
add.
dude?
Yes. Of course it is.
Oh, what a thump!
Hey, I got a
Oh,
goal.
have another look at this. It was terrific.
So, question: have you ever heard a Portuguese announcer announce a goal?
No, do it similar to the Mexican announcers.
Well, how do the Mexican announcers
It's like
do
if they
it?
go goal, they'll do like that.
Yeah, it's more or less the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Except we always have fake lasers at the end of it.
Oh,
Here's
hell
match
yeah.
sweep.
So at the end you're like, do, 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 do.
That's great.
Oh, and the referee says play on. Portugal delighted with the result.
And I win. You see, I'm fantastic at video games. Look at these guys just running around like goobers. In formation. Not breaking formation. Perfectly synced up. Yeah, so that's how the soccer plays. You have the different modes. It functions, which I find amazing. This music is extra. Moving on. I'm gonna let this music play
Sure.
while we're moving on.
The Portuguese are better than the Japanese in soccer. We've learned that today.
Yes. Someone is definitely into the London techno scene who was involved in this game.
Yeah, they had a night, a rippin' night with the lasses and the lads.
Mostly the lads, because, you know, how many of you guys had dates? That's alright, I'm being an asshole about it.
I mean, if what's the guy's name? Oh wait, no, he's not married, is he? Never mind.
Alright, so is this game in the database? Oh god, there's so many games with this name. Let me try this.
This is another sports game.
No, but it has an extraordinarily generic name. Alright, so let's move over to this. Now this game might seem very, you know, not particularly interesting on the surface, It's actually kind of nuts. And that game is Starfighter.
Hot Acclaim joint.
Well, it's ported by Acclaim.
I mean, as are most games in the 90s.
Alright, so
It's
can
like an
you
arcade
guess
port?
what the original system is? It's not an arcade port. I salute the 3DO company as I would salute a fallen soldier who died of dysentery.
Oh, this is a Panasonic 3DO. Port?
It was ported there before being ported to the PS1, but the 3DO was not the system of origin.
This is a personal computer video game.
Which personal computer? Oh, one moment.
Amiga. The ZX Spectrum. The Amstrad. I'm just naming names. I don't even think these are computers.
We are FedNet. The year is 3037, and we are now in control. This is a simulation run to provide test data for the Starfighter project, a part of the FedNet Ultimate Expansion Program. All tactical and operational aspects of your performance in the combat zones will be monitored.
Sorry, I just stepped away for a second. Did you say the ZX Spectrum?
Spearheading the drive.
I think I did, yeah.
No, that's too old.
All right.
This game's from like 1991 or 92 or whatever.
The Commodore.
No.
The Amiga CD.
No.
All right, I'm out of British failed consoles to yell it up.
This information is
When I
classified.
when I was reading up on this game and I saw the name mentioned,
August the 29th,
I think my
37.
my actual reaction was, "What the fuck made games for that thing?"
Welcome to FedNet Total Immersion Systems.
The Acorn Archimedes.
I don't even know what that is.
It was the successor to the BBC Micro.
Your project test route is the FedNet.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah, this is some deep lore in like old school computing. This is like it's like talking about the FM7 in Japan,
The mothership.
where it's like it's not even like this
Defend
the
craft
first or
to
second,
oversee the combat arena.
you know,
It
most
is an
common
awesomely
computer.
powerful defensive
It's like
craft
down
and
there.
Tactical control center.
What was the popular computer in Japan? Was it the PC-88 or something?
Yeah, it was the PC 8898. Then you had the MSX, MSX2. Then you had all the other shit behind
Yeah.
that, like the FM7.
High-energy laser cannon.
Weren't all of those more or less just IBM PCs?
It is capable
I
of
guess.
carrying up to 8 tactical fighters over
I don't know.
long distance.
Old computing is confusing to me.
Yeah, I know. Like I've run a PC-88 emulator at times, and
yeah.
I've tried to run an MSX emulator at times to play
Hell
like
yeah.
Metal Gear.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's not a fun experience.
No. Yeah, so like in Britain, you had like the Commodore Amiga, you had like the Atari ST, because Jack Tramiel was doing everything in his power to kill Commodore.
This is the Predator Mark IV, a hybrid planetary
And then you had, you know, everything else, including the Acorn Archimedes.
Yeah. Do you think it was more or less popular than the Coleco?
Yes.
What's that failed Tommy Tallarico thing?
Oh, the Coleco.
Oh, that's no. I'm thinking of something else. The Coleco Chameleon was the thing, but
Chameleon,
it isn't
yeah.
the Tallarico thing.
Yeah, the one, no, the wait, no, what the
Amico.
The Amico.
But that's in television Amico, right?
It's a television Amico, and that's modern, not 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Remember
this,
all that stuff around the Coleco Chameleon when they're like, "Oh yeah, we just got the fucking Atari Jaguar molds. We're gonna make it out of that."
Oh god, I remember that. Yeah. Jeez.
And it was just a Super Nintendo that they stuffed in there.
Man, if I had the freaking Atari Jaguar molds, I'll just start making. I'll start printing new Jaguars.
I
That's
mean,
me.
you could just go to any dentist if you want the Atari Jaguar molds.
Yeah, so let's start like an unlicensed Atari Jaguar manufacturing line, where we just like make new of those consoles and new cards for the consoles.
Sure.
Just really revive the Jaguar.
5, 4, 3,
It's a great business idea because I mean, who has the rights for that anyway?
Good luck, pilot.
The Atari IP is so fucked. Like,
Yeah, I think it's owned by that company that just makes beanie hats with speakers in them.
yeah, like who cares? We'll give them like half the cut or whatever.
Looks like I'm gonna need backup. Run launch.
So the point is to just get more Jaguars out into the world.
What's crazy is they would probably agree to that. Like, sure, if you could fucking make it work by all fucking means.
Yeah, I know, right? We should get, was it Sam Whitehead, the guy who made the emulator, on board?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need probably like, what, 50 grand in capital to get it started?
running launch sequence. Hazel 5.
I mean, 50 grand in capital is basically what Atari had back in like '93 to get it started. So if they could
Exactly.
do it, so could we.
I mean, I bet you could get limited run games on board. I mean, they're willing to print stuff on CDRs, so they're willing to do anything.
Yeah. I know carts are harder, aren't they?
They are. They're definitely more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is like a real shit tier opening cutscene, which initially made me be like, oh no, this is going to be just some bad British nothing game. But this,
Formation lock.
there are
Okay.
layers.
Engage all weapon
How
systems
weird this
and
thing
accelerate
is.
to maximum velocity. We're going in.
Is this thing even 3D or is this just cutscenes?
Right now, this is just an extremely long, extremely nothing cutscene. Now we're at the menu. Oh, look at this! Look at this menu design.
Wonderful.
All right, let's load a game so I don't have to go through the tutorials again.
So I just want to point out this is more or less like an RPG Maker menu screen,
Yeah.
except somehow less professional.
All right, so let's go to mission 4 here. So
Ground combat. Pilot induction.
this game,
Training session
ZP
2,
wants that
part
booty.
1.
This is why I'm in
Aim
the
and
two-person
objectives.
channel
1.
because I like being on topic.
Vehicle attack and interception. 2. Aerial target location.
I guess we should play
Get on the booty
for
talk,
ZP.
then we'll never leave.
I know.
Aerial
I guess we
target
should play
elimination.
the booty for ZP.
Locate
guess.
and destroy the 6
Booty.
enemy
There we
go,
tanks guarding the
ZP's here.
atmosphere processors.
It's like he's
Once
already here.
completed, attack and destroy the plants themselves.
All right, so let's see. Okay, destroy 6 enemy tanks. Completed. Attack the tanks themselves. Yeah. So, all right, ZP is on his bullshit. I also like that loading screen because the loading screen is just like a CD in the middle of the screen freaking out.
It is. Are you playing as this monstrosity?
No, I'm the little guy in the hangar bay.
Okay.
This is actually different. Before I just started as like the little starfighter, but now the mothership's under attack, so I need to launch. I need to launch. I launched, and now here I am.
Well, that draw distance isn't great.
No, it's not. But do you know why the draw distance isn't great? And why the frame rate isn't great?
I mean, the frame rate doesn't seem that bad. But,
There's slowdown. That's because there's terrain deformation. I am deforming
Why?
the terrain. Because technology is the future, I guess. Where am I?
Is this where Speed Tree came from?
Oh, I wish. But yeah, like the handling is kind of absurd. Like this thing handles weirdly. Like the upgrade system is absurd. Like the enemies, if I do end up killing them, will drop stuff. Will drop like crystals. and then getting like combinations of crystals like poker hands will like refill my weapons or give me an energy boost or something. You have to like memorize like the different combinations you can
Sure.
get. But the crystals that drop are kind of random, so there's like a weird draw system here. And I mentioned that like the handling is squirrely. Because when you rotate, you don't move when you rotate, you're just rotating. So you have to like push up again after you've rotated to like turn.
Okay, so it's kind of like, I can't think of a game that controls like that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's extremely weird. So,
Maybe Flight Simulator?
but airplanes, the thing about airplanes is that when you turn them, like they start moving to the side immediately.
That is true.
Or like you feel it a bit. At least it's an infinite boost.
Like, you basically need to be moving very fast in order to be on a complete angle and fly straight. Even then, I'm pretty sure your engine will stall if you do it for too long.
So this play is weird. Like the mechanics are weird. Like the physics are weird. This is just a strange video game. So I have 20 anti-air missiles because I got those combinations of crystals. I am out of air-to-ground missiles, so that's why I'm using my pea shooter.
Sure.
Also,
pea shooter.
Also, like your ammo loadout is persistent between levels.
Great.
I don't know why you would ever do that.
Realism.
No, it's not realism. You rearm between missions. In real life.
I mean, they're on a budget, you know? You want this to be like the Pentagon, where the budget's just, we have no budget, we could spend it whatever we want?
I mean, this is still madness. I see there's some crystals. So I can choose to, if I can get over there. If I can get over there, the crystals will despawn pretty fast, actually. All right.
I gotta say, like, the sense of speed in this doesn't seem very...
Speedy?
Yeah, it looks like you're moving slowly.
Yes, it does. This game is so weird.
Like, if I could see, if in real life this plane was flying overhead me, I'm pretty sure I could hit it with like a goddamn, like, a baseball. That's how slow it's moving.
So, would you believe me if I told you that this was originally made by a sister studio to the guys who made Cybermorph for the Atari Jaguar?
I was gonna say, like, this looks at least slightly better than Cybermorph. I know that's not saying much.
All right, so what if the guys who made this like shared like the same office space with the guys who made that? Would you believe me?
I would absolutely believe you. I would honestly believe that they probably stole the engine and said, "What is this garbage?" and then just had to rewrite it from scratch.
Oh, also, the music in this game is insane. This track, there's like 3 tracks, and this one starts off with someone whispering, "Death by stereo," into your ear, which is very, I guess.
Is there just a lady bellowing in the background?
Yes. This is very, I guess, like London EDM scene in the mid-90s, and I know I'm here for it, actually.
So Zippy actually had a question a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's asking if you're pro or anti Star Fox 64.
I'm meh on Star Fox 64.
You have no opinion one way or the other?
Yeah, I mean, I played it. It's meh. It's whatever. I'll get to it eventually. Energy Award. Alright, so
I just realized, I guess you're not really doing any, like, N64 games for this thing. You're just sticking to the CD-based stuff, aren't you?
Not yet. I'm trying to be chronological, and I'm in July 96.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, you're getting close.
I'm getting there. I'm hoping to horn in on Minto's bit within the next 12 months. Let's say. Because there's a lot in late 96. A lot happens. It's very eventful.
And then nothing happens for a while.
No, things just keep happening. at a very high rate of speed forever.
I feel like there was definite droughts for the Nintendo 64.
Oh no, for the N64, it didn't get games until '98. Like there were like 30 games between launch and like the end of '97. It's dire. It's worse than the 3DO in terms of like number of releases, which is pretty bad. But hey, I just got some flares. I had gone through all my flares in like the first 2 missions. So now I have flares again. But no one's shooting missiles at me, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think the Nintendo 64 was averaging something like 8 to 10 games a year. Which sounds crazy.
Well, no, for like the first...
Right?
No, that's for probably the first couple years. In '98, they start to like... They get more games. And then 99, 2000, 2001 is when everything comes out. But by '99, like, the Dreamcast is coming out, and the PS1 is starting to wind down.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of nuts, like the timing of all that. Also, yeah, making games for the N64 was a nightmare. So no one wanted to do it. They could help it. And it had a small install base that you didn't have to if you didn't want to. Yeah, no, once I get to the N64, I will talk, I guess, more about, was it microcode? Or whatever bullshit Nintendo tried to voice on developers. See, because their cartridges had like 16 megabytes of memory in the late 90s for a 64-bit system, you couldn't really fit anything of any consequence on there unless you were Nintendo and you used magic to get like Mario 64 working.
Or Capcom with your weird MPEG compression.
Yes. Basically, you had to do weird bullshit to get anything to work on there, and that's where microcode came in. I think it's microcode. I forget what it's called. Like some weird proprietary like code shortcut things, more for like common programming functions. You would do like Nintendo just invented like some shorthand that you could insert into the code to like save on the lines of code or something insane like that. No one knew how to use the damn thing, so. Yeah, it's wild. Alright, so I have 10 air-to-ground missiles. I will save those for the tanks. What's all of this?
Yeah, the ZP is right. All of those really bad sports games that Acclaim made did sell a lot.
Yeah, they did.
Because EA was not making games for the system.
Oh, they made one game of each franchise and then stopped. There's like one Madden.
Yeah, they made one Madden, one NHL,
like
one
one FIFA,
and then they didn't make a single one.
And they're like, man, this sucks. They didn't do it anymore.
What's funny is like on the Super Nintendo era, they would just basically re-release the same game but just change the rosters, but they weren't even willing to do that.
No. Well, there might have been 2 Maddens. Maybe.
There might have been 2 Maddens, you're right.
Yeah.
But instead we got NFL Quarterback Club and
yeah. Which was on the Saturn originally.
I already forget the NHL equivalent. Was it like NHL
Wayne Gretzky, maybe?
No, Wayne Gretzky was a Midway thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll look this up. NHL Breakaway.
Ah, okay, there you go. Yeah, CP got that same time you did. So, would you believe me if I told you this was originally supposed to be a Jaguar CD game?
Sure.
Actually, I forget. Was it supposed to be a Jaguar CD game, or I'm thinking of something else? This feels like a Jaguar CD game. So, I would believe me if I said that. Stupid freaking tanks. Die already. There we go. Gotta run for the crystals.
So I have a quick question.
Well, I was gonna say about one of the last gimmicks for this game is in some of the later missions you can fly into space and do space stuff. So
Sure.
so it does like the No Man's Sky thing, where you can be in atmosphere and then fly into orbit.
Sure, why not? I
But-
bet that does wonders to the draw distance.
Actually, it actually improves the frame rate. I'll be honest.
Well, yeah, when you don't have any geometry to to render, it does make things better.
Anyway, you were saying.
I was gonna say, am I the only one who thinks Acclaim was synonymous with just complete fucking garbage video games?
No,
just
that's-
absolute trash.
That's the common opinion.
Like they were even somehow able to make ports of good games feel like trash.
Yeah, so let's talk about the NBA Jam franchise.
Oh, and how they killed it? Yeah, what was it? NBA Jam 2000?
Something like that, yeah. Can you read ZP's essay he wrote? Should we just change to the other channel at this point?
I guess we could if you really want to talk to him. Okay, let's see. Also, F1 discussion.
Yeah,
And
okay,
rapid
let's
fire
just-
this.
Jesus.
Thoughts about Gene Haas saying he's not interested in selling the team, with multiple reports also saying behind the scenes that he's telling his team he's not spending more money on the current car.
Yeah, they always say that. Alright, let's just change to the other channel.
Okay.
Alright, ZP. Hi there.
What up? Hi.
Hi.
Tell me about your thoughts of Acclaim.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Acclaim? And why they're good, actually? Like, where's your hour-long video essay about why Acclaim was actually good?
Yeah, tell
They
me
were-
about how Turok
there
is
was
a misunderstood gold.
There was
mine.
a 2.5 period where they were the only third-party game developer for Nintendo consoles. They also did like the Virtua Tennis ports for. They also did, yeah, they did a lot of those. They did Virtua Tennis 2 for the PlayStation 2, I think. But yeah, even going into the GameCube, like at the start of the GameCube, they were still the go-to for making sports games that were not good.
Do you
I would
think...
say they
people-
were just the go-to for making games that weren't good.
They were also the publisher for Criterion before Criterion got bought by E EA.
Oh. So, did the video game industry
the-
lose anything by Acclaim going out of business?
Oh, that's right. Also, Criterion Games is owned by Canon Camera Company.
Ooh, here's something fun. When I'm flying upside down, like this, the D-pad down still goes down, D-pad up still goes up, so it doesn't invert when I'm inverted. That's
I mean,
confusing.
before they became this like giant monolith, that's kind of what like Acclaim's title of like being a workman-like third-party studio went to Activision for a long time. 'Cause they even
But
had a
Activision
budget-
actually made
They made
good
video games.
games.
That's
Like,
back in the day.
But they also had a budget tier division that was explicitly about selling games at $20 at launch.
Oh yeah, they got way into that in like the late the PS1 era and into the PS2 era. Yeah, we'll get there eventually in like 5 years.
I forget what the name of that label was. I think it was like Activision Highlights or something like that. Like they had a special name for it. And then also you're forgetting the fact, and it's hard to forget them as a studio, but THQ kept that B tier bullshit third party torch alive until their death.
yeah, but I would argue that THQ, like, while they started out as a trash tier developer for the early consoles, they eventually became competent enough to make video games.
Yeah, they made
Yeah,
those
they made Saints
they made
Rows.
Red Faction and Saints Row, and then they decided, what if we spend all of our money on making the U-Draw tablet? Oh,
Yeah, what if we
fuck,
imploded?
It bankrupted us. Did. And now we shall become THQ Nordic, aka
Combat.
Embracer.
Well, it's more wait, but I thought it was Nordic bought the branding and then like wore THQ skin over themselves.
Yeah, basically they're
Serial killer.
running around with THQ skin on their skull.
Yeah,
they're
We're
skin
totally THQ. What are you talking about?
yeah, like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Exactly.
It's like, would you publish me? God, publish me. Yeah, I went there.
You did. You did.
How did this fucking thing die?
You painted a word picture, and I saw it immediately.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, you really think that this is just posturing by Gene Haas? As he always does every year, is like, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, you just answered the question yourself. He does this every year. I mean, because the F1 like team owner association, like they want Andretti to just buy out Haas already.
I think the sign is that he might be more interested in buying from Alpine,
That'd be pretty funny.
and then the French get fucked.
Yeah, buying Alpine would be tricky because the French government would have to get involved in that.
I don't know. They've been as irrelevant.
Well, I mean, they're getting better. Because, like, after firing Rossi, I think. No, wait, was it Waller? Rossi was the guy in charge who was just wildly incompetent? Like, they fired him, and now they've been having to rebuild the team from the ground
Or
up.
Rosso. Oh no, that's
It's like Laurent Rossi or something like that.
oh okay, yeah.
Yeah, like the guy who's wildly incompetent, in charge of like Alpine overall racing. Like they fired him like last year, and they've just been cleaning house and rebuilding from the ground up that team. So we saw them bottom out at the beginning of this year. They're going to get slightly better as the year progresses. Like they're not going to finish last place. So it's just if there's like the wherewithal at Renault and I guess the French government to like put up with their bullshit or sell is the thing.
Yeah.
But with Audi coming in a couple years, like we'll see what happens with like team like what the bottom tier team owners want to do with their teams.
Yeah, has Audi done anything kind of like GM in terms of like trying to bribe the F1 Federation?
Oh no, I mean,
by
like
jangling some sort of technological advancement, as like GM did when they said we've got drivetrain.
yeah, I mean, but they did that like 2 or 3 years ago when they were doing their negotiations, and they did it the way that the F1 wanted them to do it. They just, they're just buying a team, right? So they're buying to whoever wants to sell, which is Sauber in this case. So they're playing ball the way that they're supposed to, I guess, and that's why it was relatively easy for them to get in.
Also, again, we've mentioned this before, there's no one on that Audi team that is a well-known kind of asshole that people generally don't like, the way that there is for Andretti.
Yes, also the Europeans despise the Andretti family. Which is just kind of funny.
I mean, apparently there's still, like, bad blood about the fact that he wins F1 and he's like, you know what? IndyCar is just easier. I'm going to do that instead. It's been fucking, like, 30 years.
It's been 50 years, almost.
Yeah.
There's
right,
nothing
it was
wrong
the
with
70s.
making your life easier. I try to do that every day.
All right, so that
Anyways, okay.
so that was mission number 4
talk.
of Starfighter. You see these crystal bonuses I got? You know,
Mm.
I got blue, purple, blue, green. Those are like the hands you can get.
So,
So it just goes like this. There's 15 missions. There might be more missions after this, but yeah, it just kind of goes like that. The game works. It's functional. I'm shocked that it does work because this is ported from the 3DO. It was originally an Acorn Archimedes game.
is this the best version of the game?
Probably, yeah. Like this was this may or may not have been a Jaguar CD port before emergency
I'm looking this
porting.
up. Which versions of the... Oh, god damn it! Acclaim did some of these ports. What the fuck? We just talked about them.
Uh-huh.
Of course they did.
Oh, Jesus. This came out for the Acorn Archimedes,
Like I
the
said.
regular PC, PlayStation, Sega Saturn. Like, okay, I need to know which...
Yeah, like this
Did
game.
Acclaim do What version did the claim do?
This is just like just a weird thing to have existed from like its lineage and the technology in it.
Oh boy.
Because it has like the atmospheric transition thing, it has the terrain deformation, which is all entirely superfluous to the gameplay,
So
and just hurts the performance massively.
So this is Starfighter 3000?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're playing the version that Acclaim made.
Yes.
Starfighter 3000 was released for the PC, Sony PlayStation 1, and Sega Saturn in North America by Acclaim.
Yeah, well, see, they just ported the it's like almost a straight port of the 3DO version, which was a remake, kind of Starfighter 3000.
These versions make heavy use of distance fog to significantly decrease the draw distance. Detail levels on the buildings, texture mapped ground, and other objects was also decreased from the original Acorn Archimedes port.
No, that's wrong. The Acorn Archimedes.
Sorry,
is,
the
like,
PC port.
Yes, PC port, because the Acorn Archimedes game looks like Star Fox.
Okay, sorry, PC port.
But yeah.
Sorry.
So last game. Moving on to the last game. Where's my controls? Here are my controls. So, this last game, I was curious about it, and then I played it for a bit. Hood got stuck very, very, very early on.
Oh, so that's a sign of quality,
and
right?
just had so I couldn't find the manual online, so I had to look up a playthrough to like figure out like how the hell I'm supposed to play the thing, because it didn't go, I guess, the way I was expecting from not knowing anything going in. It's a weird thing. It was a weird thing when it came out. All the reviews like, wow, this is like a weird thing, huh?
Okay.
And going to it now, it's like, yeah, this was a weird thing.
Kind of like you.
Kind of like me.
Mm.
Let me see if I can find this in the database even, because the name's kind of weird. Or the name isn't what it should have been. I guess this is what it is, yeah. Alright.
What does that even mean?
So, up next, we are looking at... Tecmo's Deception, Invitation to Darkness.
Oh, a good video game.
Is that sarcastic? I can't tell.
Have you played this before?
I tried to.
Isn't this that series where you set up traps and have people run through like a gauntlet of bullshit
Yes.
to murder them?
You see, that's what I was expecting. This game, this first game, you have to trigger the traps yourself, so you have to like, kite the guys around into the traps.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, like if it was just like, anime dungeon keeper kind of thing, which is what I was expecting, then that'd be more fun. Instead, it's like a first-person, like action RPG where you don't fight, you have to kite guys around into traps that you set.
And what
I
you
mean, they
said,
eventually got there.
Yeah, they eventually got
Yeah,
there.
they eventually got there. They figured it out eventually.
The modern trap games and deception games are kind of guilty pleasures because they're dumb.
Yeah, so I was expecting some dumb fun, but this is... Also, this game is like way darker and more has like the story. It has story, and the story is more sinister than you would
Sure.
have thought.
I forget. Isn't this series actually called like Kagero or something?
It's like Devil's Deception, man. Because there's a lot. Spoiler: there's a lot of Satan in this game.
just actual Satan.
Like actual Satan. So let's start from the beginning, because the opening cutscene is a thing. Alright, let's see here. Our name is... Iruba. There you go. Alright, enters the Castle of the Damned. Everyone loves a good Castle of the Damned. And there's like chapter cards like this. Like, it's like, okay, is this like a serious thing? And then you watch a cutscene like, oh no, this is very much not a serious thing, but it's also morbid?
I mean, the later games in the series are pretty morbid too.
Oh, okay. So, first person cutscene. His Majesty awaits you in his chamber. I'm in his chamber. There's the Majesty. Oh, it's
Is there voice acting?
No, why would there be? Alright, we have Magician Zammer. How are you, sire? You must be tired from your travels. Ah, but you probably don't care now that your love is here. Ignore him. King Zamaris, come closer. Oh, the wizard's like, he didn't talk to me. How was your visit to Angelio? Angelio. And Princess Fiona, she's well, I trust. I get a yes-no here. So let's say yes, she's well. Excellent. I want to talk with her a bit later. What do you mean by that, you old creep? There's some serious matters to discuss. This concerns you and the future of our country. I am overjoyed about your engagement to Princess Fiona. The whole country is buzzing about the upcoming wedding. Vitality of the younger generation is surging.
What does that mean?
That makes more sense in Japanese, right? Right?
I don't know how they would say that, but sure.
I don't know. I could have swore I've seen that style of wording in like anime before. Anyway,
Yeah, it was all said by Rock Lee.
yes. I think it's high time I
Something
step
the
down as
springtime of
king.
youth.
It just was like, what? Yeah, but he has a heart attack. He coughs blood. Oh, that's no good. The king's like, I shouldn't be king anymore. Immediately dies. Magic sword. Oh, goes through the king. That's weird.
Why does this? I mean, sure, don't try to stop it.
Did someone exit?
Oh,
Did
here's
someone
the other
die?
prince. Yeah, the king's hella dead.
Who died?
The king, he's hella dead.
Oh,
Alright,
you're
so
dead.
second Prince Urius is like, what have you done? You killed
Ooh,
the king!
Prince Yuri.
I know. So now, even though people saw us not move a muscle and the sword magically go into the king, they're like, hey, this guy killed the king. We should arrest him. And everyone goes with it, because it's a coup! It's a fantasy coup! Framed by his brother, the prince has been accused of murdering his father. A crowd cheers as he is led to the gallows.
I don't know. That doesn't look like the gallows to me.
I don't know, that's a crowd though.
It is a crowd.
For the murder of the king and conspiracy against the people, what punishment does he deserve? Yesterday they all loved and admired me, but today they want my head. Why won't anyone believe me? I hate these fickle people. I loathe the vile fiend who framed me. I detest everything in this world. Only had some kind of power. Good, evil, I don't care. I need something. Anyone. Someone help me. See, because this is edgy.
Oh, so Satan's gonna be like, oh, hey, I heard you wanted to sell your soul for some revenge. I can help with that.
Pretty much. Gets struck by lightning. They're like, oh, God's angry with him. And the evil younger brother's like, yes. Ha ha ha. He's like, my evil scheme is going well. Son of Darkness, the one who seeks the power, wake now.
Hello, darkness.
My old friend. Oh, this lady serves the Lord of Darkness. You are now in the Forest of Confusion. Lady, I'm always in the Forest of Confusion.
Is this like that the meme with the small frog kid on the floor with his food and the ladies are just looking down on him?
Yes. Demon brought you here. You want a power to destroy anyone, don't you?
Except she's see-through for some reason.
Well, that's one way of wording it. Go to the castle of the damned to make a deal with the devil and become the new head of the castle. Very straightforward. Like they're not going to lie to you. They're telling you exactly what you're getting into. Turns out the devil is kind of honest. Not fully honest, but kind of honest. Anyway, that's the prologue. So, the first level isn't really indicative of the rest of the game, because we're going to be playing grab ass with a guy who is not the
Ooh.
Scissor Man.
Do you play grab ass with the Scissor Man later?
No, you have to kill him and then take his place. Then you are the Scissor Man.
Oh, okay.
Except you don't have the scissors, which is disappointing.
Yeah, doesn't that just make you the man?
I guess, yeah. Well, this guy doesn't have scissors either, he just has a sword. Which again, the game would be more playable if he just had like a sword in addition to the traps. But we'll get there.
Well, eventually they go the exact opposite way, and it's just nothing but
Mm-mm.
nothing but traps. All traps. Oops, all traps.
Oops, all traps. Yes. Happy Pride Month.
Don't.
Jesus.
That's not the context that, no. You don't want that.
It's a family stream, everyone.
That's a no. That's a hard no.
Okay.
No.
It's June
God,
3rd.
Jesus.
That's my last bad joke. Yep. Alright, I bet you're here to obtain the power hidden here. The power of darkness.
You know, I usually just casually talk about the power of darkness,
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
wearing nothing but my little vest and green hat.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to go through the door. Talk to him again. Okay, it locks it. I'm afraid there's no chance for you to get it. Because I'll get it! Oh no, he also wants to make a deal with the devil. We're racing for the devil. Go through the door. Alright, cutscene. Oh hey, there's a guy there. And the guy immediately murders that soldier. Does like a real nice sinister
no.
turn to camera. That's a good sinister turn to camera.
Sure.
Oh, he'll take good care of me. Well, that's bad. There's another guy in armor. Like, follow me. Like, oh, okay. Turn around. Oh, the guy's right there. Run away! And we just kind of go into this room and he forgets about us.
I forget about you all the time.
Yeah, I know. So, are you okay? He is Arda Baron. He attacks visitors. That's his job. He attacks visitors.
Would you call him the bouncer?
Anyway, this guy's here to avenge his friend's death. He's like, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Alright, so we need to take care of Aldebaran. We have a map. The map's actually pretty good. It will show us where everything is. So Aldebaran's in this hallway. So let's follow Aldebaran, even though we can't attack anything. Here's a merchant. I'm a merchant who sells to visitors. You must be seeking the power too. Did you check the second floor yet? Open the door on the left side of the entrance room. The key is in the large den. Good luck. In case you get injured, I'll be glad to sell you some herbs. Yeah, so Aldebaran doesn't kill this guy, apparently.
What kind of herbs are you talking about, man?
Green herbs. Straight
okay.
out of Resident Evil. Alright, so this room has traps in it. So, this is where I got stuck, because I didn't know how to open the door on this side, which is locked. And then the door you came in on is
Keep working on it, you coward.
also locked. So I got
So
locked
do
in
you
this room.
set up the traps in this first one, or do you just lead
It-
people into the traps?
In this first level, it's just kind of showing you what the traps are. So you look at the trap until the arrow spins or does something. Until it selects. Oh, how did Aldebaran get over there? That's no good.
So, are you having a fun time?
I don't know.
Are you winning, son?
No, obviously not. How do I trigger the
Have you
trap?
thought about playing the game better?
Oh, that's how I trigger the trap. The circle button. Just a giant foot comes down. Why wouldn't it?
Skill issue.
Skill issues. Yeah, so he's just patrolling out there.
So you have to trigger them yourself.
Yes, I have to trigger them
They
manually.
don't automatically get triggered. And do they, like, once they used, are they just used?
Alright, yeah, so that opens this door here. I go through this door. And then I have to go to this room. Search the sparkly. Symbol of Satan is carved. I get a key. Found the skull key. That's good. There's a symbol of Satan carved. Everyone loves Satan. All the barons back over there. So let's see here. The key does not fit and the door is locked.
If the key does not fit, you must acquit.
So now I'm back in the large den here. Now trapped free.
You must acquit.
So I need to go back around there, but Aldebaran... So the last time I played, Aldebaran was hanging out in this hallway here. But now he's over here. So he's where I'm trying to go. So,
So are you trying to kill Aldebaran?
yes, but I can't kill him until I get to... Oh, that's just this guy. Never mind. I can't kill him until I get to the second floor. And to get to the second floor, I have to go through here, use the skull key. Oh, here we go. Go through here. Take this teleporter, because who needs stairs?
Poop.
Hello.
Oh, my name is Arbitrary Water. I'm here to talk to you about
Alright,
why your
so,
takes
now
about
I'm in this
Souls
room.
games are bad.
And now
Oh,
Aldebaran has cornered me. It's like, oh no, Aldebaran's here. He's going to murder me. What will I ever do? Spoiler, I need to get him into one of these fucking cages.
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
I just took Bo out.
Oh, how's Bo?
He's great because he doesn't know that his parents are moving tomorrow.
Oh no.
Is he not being taken?
Alright, so get him
He's
under
gonna
the
hang out with
trap.
us for like a month.
Oh, he's in the trap. He's been trapped. And now this cage is spinning around him. I guess he's getting shocked. He's like, what's going on here? What is this? He's kind of confused. He's
And
kinda
then I had
hanging out.
leftover meat for dinner.
Alright, trap wore off. He's like, well, that was weird. And now he's coming to get me. Another trap! Haha! Eat it! He's like, oh no, I'm being captured!
So how long do you think the dog will take to realize that my masters are gone?
Oh, he's going to be sad immediately.
Alright, so I took his contract.
But they'll
Did he just
visit
turn
from
into
like
a
every
coffin?
week or two, right?
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
Alright.
they're 8 hours away, so no.
Oh God, Jesus, really?
Oof. Now what's
Might even
left?
be 10.
Going into this room now. Oh wow, this
But,
is creepy. Oh hey, is this lady? Start
That
there.
sure is a door.
Welcome, Revenge Seekers. The great power of the dark has been locked here in this castle. The one who can draw upon that power can do as he pleases. However, you must have a sign of your agreement. Now you have the ring symbolizing your agreement. I had hoped that one could utilize the power better than Aldebaran did. You are that one. Call upon the Force Crystal behind me when you need the power. But, are you sure you have what it takes to rule the castle? You must prove yourself worthy by capturing the visitor that is here. Use the Vault Cage trap, then return. Alright, so the guy seeking revenge in the purple armor, I need to kill him. To prove that I'm evil enough to rule this castle.
Even though he saved you.
Even though he saved me, yes. Alright, so now for the second piece of gameplay in this game. The part that I was expecting originally, which is
This is where you set up the traps.
where you set up the traps. Save. Alright, oh, saving percentage. This is actually saving pretty slowly. Oh boy.
Yeah, it takes a while.
This is a large save file?
I mean, you're still in 96.
Hey,
I gotta access all 38 of those kilobytes.
hey, Robo Pit saved a lot faster than this, okay? A lot faster. Alright. So, strategy.
That took almost a full minute.
Uh-huh.
That was like 40 seconds.
So some traps are capture, some traps are kill. Capturing, you can choose what to do with them. You can get MP or money from them. Just killing them, I think, only gives you money. So to set a trap, you can only set on normal room floors. Press X and yada yada. Where's zoom? That's level change. That's zoom. Okay, so here I am on the second floor. I want to look at the first floor. Where's the guy? Actually, well, I need a lot of room for this trap, so let's lure the guy in here. So we'll set this here. That costs MP. All right, put 2 at the entrance, just to get him, just to get his ass. We'll lure him there first. Let's set 1 here. I think the traps persist between levels. So that's nice. Yeah. All right. So now that we've set some traps.
So maybe later this month, I'm going to tell you about something that I have as like a shit post that I'm going to probably post on Giant Bomb.
Everyone loves shit posts.
So I found some teaching materials that are out of date.
I love to see
and
those.
One of these is a handbook with step-by-step instructions, the title of which I have to find a way of scanning this and posting this on Giant Bomb. It is
Oh, hey, this guy.
for a summer program for middle and high school students. About what, you might ask? How to use Microsoft Excel 1997 edition.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this guy's like, hey, do you know where the Art of Baron guy is? I want to kill him. He's like, wait, isn't that his ring? That means you're the new master of the castle? Well, I'm going to kill you. Run away! So I need to kite this guy into my traps. Gonna kite the guy into my traps. Maybe kite the guy into my traps? Is the guy following me? The guy following me. Or is he not following me? Do I have to go up there to deal with him?
So yeah, they really did figure out that playing this game first person sucks, and we should just have it be third person, right?
Oh yeah, pretty much. They learned that pretty quickly. Okay, so I have to just go and kill him with the trap that's in the upstairs room left over. Great.
Wait, you don't want to capture this man?
Oh, I have to capture him.
Oh, okay.
But I have to kite him to a trap. Yep. Get over here. Get over here. Now I have to put him in the trap. Into Origo. He's like, what is this? This isn't doing anything to him. Why isn't this doing anything to him?
Have you tried getting good?
I mean, I just got him into a trap. That's after me
you're
again.
not playing good enough.
After me again. Gonna follow me here? He does not follow me here. Go through here. Hiya! What the hell? He can hit me while I'm teleporting. That's bullshit. Alright, so if you know what you're doing, you set up traps in that room and not downstairs. Shit. What the hell, man? Yeah, I'm kind of out of traps upstairs. Does he wander off? Or is he waiting for me up here? Okay, he wandered off again. I guess a patrol route? Letters are etched. Great. Is he going for my power source? So can I go back in and add traps to that room? That's my question.
So, never mind. Sorry.
I have a delightful anecdote we can share. I went to my 2 local board game stores today.
What
just
did they
as
do?
Just as a reconnaissance. One of them,
Ace in the joint.
yeah, and also genuinely being like, hey, what organized stuff do you have? So one of them only has Friday Night Magic.
Great.
And the other one has Friday Night Magic and Warhammer Wednesdays.
Great.
Of course, it's on a Wednesday.
Yep.
I assume none of them play Yu-Gi-Oh because they're not degenerates.
No, no, I did not see a Yu-Gi-Oh card in either establishment. One of them had a better board game selection. The other had a entire wall that was nothing but miniatures.
Great.
And that is... There were a lot of them.
Oh, if anyone's streaming, I'll be done in like 10 minutes.
Oh, streaming, you say?
Uh-huh. Also, loading saves takes as long as saving saves.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a game that's absolutely. I feel like save states is probably the way to go for a game like this nowadays.
Yeah.
Just to like have that quality of life upgrade right there.
Yeah, so this game was onto something, obviously.
Yes. It's a cool game. They made 3 more of them.
It's a cool
I
idea.
thought there was 4 of them.
I thought there was.
Yeah,
more,
they
too.
made 3 more.
Oh, 3 more. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yes, you can go play Deception 4 on modern consoles. Like the Nintendo Switch. Or the PlayStation 4.
Tell me about this PlayStation 4.
The kids love it, I hear.
Is that 4 PlayStations duct taped together?
Yes. Alright, I've added 2 traps upstairs.
Four.
Let's see if this is enough to kill him, because apparently that one trap just doesn't work. Who would have thought? Yeah, go here. Cutscene happens. What is this wall? It must be a hidden door. Yada yada. But yeah, doing this real time in first person sucks. What? I was trying to. Oh, okay. I can't do that yet.
I mean, they did change that. The other games definitely have you.
Like not doing that. Did I trap myself? No.
Oh, he realized that you're trying to murder him.
He got out of the way. Yeah. Damn.
Oh, Brayden. I see. I guess I have not seen the new Gauntlet of Dubious Character action games. I haven't seen this new table. This new
Oh,
hexagonal.
I recognize the top of that.
Why would you put that on the top? Why would you subject yourself to that? I love you, you're gonna die. Oh, okay. So Borg, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So you,
Oh, so wait, did you get
how much
murdered?
are you, how
Yep.
much are you gonna stick around? Seeing how you're probably gonna throw it to
A few minutes.
okay. all-time worst F1 take I've ever seen, and this comes from a Discord that is not the Giant Bomb one.
Oh, okay.
In response to me and another person basically saying this, I don't know why you two are constantly bringing up Nui being a weird trump card for the other teams. Nui hasn't had as much input as he had in previous year. He's virtually irrelevant now. I don't... What the fuck?
So, Adrian Newey doesn't really care that much anymore. Like, he just draws.
Saying he's irrelevant
He's
is
not
is-
irrelevant though.
He's not irrelevant.
No, that's definitely something.
If
that,
you're not Red Bull, you pay that man his money if he's gonna take your money.
yeah. Alright, so
Okay, that's a bad take. That's a very bad take. I usually have to rely on the F1 press for a take that bad. That is fucking awful.
alright, let's try this once more. Yeah, it is possible to get good at this game, make it look easy. But this is really finicky.
Normally, Braden gives me crap for using that word.
Finicky?
You just used it a lot for a while.
How else am I going to talk about weird
And
dexterity
for
puzzles?
the record, it was fiddly.
Fiddly. Oh yeah, that's a worse word than finicky.
And I would say, if you don't want to fiddle, then don't come to the country jamboree. Which I think is very funny.
Uh-huh. Alright, so that trap does nothing.
Trap,
trap.
it does nothing.
Trap, it does nothing. Like, this guy is supposed to die in one hit from one of these traps, because it's the first level. Like, this is the tutorial.
What if it required 2 traps?
Maybe you got to put more points into better traps.
This is literally the first level.
This is literally a game from 1996. It doesn't care.
It doesn't care about your feelings, now get over it.
Yeah. As the great poet once said, facts do not care about your feelings.
Yes. Oh, Rio with the comment. Even in the later ones of these, I couldn't quite grasp how to play this well.
Apparently, like, the person to ask is Dan Reichert, because he's apparently, like,
Oh yeah, he loves these
Huge.
things.
into this franchise.
All right, let's reset this room with more traps and
I
try
think
again.
I know at least the third one, which is the one that I played, you
On the
more or less
PS2?
kind of like... Yeah, like that's the one where you could like set up like chains where like traps will
combos.
throw into other traps.
Yeah, you're building a better mousetrap.
Yeah, it's basically Mousetrap, the video game.
Oh, this guy can come in here? I didn't think he could go in there.
And then also remember they started to do that weird pervy fucking dress break shit.
Uh-huh. Why aren't these traps... Okay, something feels
What
wrong.
if Braden and Jotsu?
Oh,
what if,
I have to
while
be next to
trapping
the trap.
schoolgirls, their clothes would break apart?
Sounds hot.
I would say that sounds great.
Oh, look at this herb. This is a nice herb. This is a nice herb right here. Let's kill him for gold. Actually, no. Let's remove his soul for MP.
Okay.
I'll have MP from him.
I mean, I would argue that both of those things are killing him. But
Yes.
sure.
Alright, now let's talk to the demon lady. She's like, good job. Capture even the one who spared your life before. You must be heartless, or you won't survive here. Looks like you have what it takes. From this moment on, you'll be the castle master. Do what you will.
Castle.
Uh-huh, with your newly captured flesh. Now savor this sweet power.
Have you guys ever newly captured some flesh?
I mean,
Is that a
I don't
euphemism?
talk about it, you know.
I don't know.
So that's this game. The number of guys increases, the amount of space you have and traps you have increases. The difficulty increases. There's a time limit on some missions. It's kind of a hassle to play, to be honest.
All video games were a hassle to play in 1996. It built character.
Hey, RoboPit is a good game.
We had Gumption back
What
then.
now?
RoboPit.
I don't know what Gumption is, but we
What
sure
is a
had it.
RoboPit?
Well, you weren't here for that.
It's like Brad Pitt, but robotic.
Exactly. Have you ever played Custom Robo?
Have you ever watched Benjamin Button? Neither have I.
I'm aware of Custom Robo. I might have played it at a demo kiosk.
All right. So what if Custom Robo played like Jumping Flash? Doesn't make any sense, does it? Exactly.
That seems like a choice and an idea, and I respect it.
Anyway, I'm about to raid over to you. All right, so thanks for anyone and everyone who's been watching. This is the batch of games came out for the PlayStation first in the middle of July 1996. Back in the 20th century. No, give me
When
out
we were
here.
worried about the new millennium.
That Y2K, it's going to destroy all of the internets.
See,
Destroy
here's the
entire
thing:
internet.
people don't realize that like Y2K actually did massive, millions, if not billions, dollars worth of damage to like the financial sector. It's just it was not to the degree that we thought it would be, but it did.
Well, the damage was
Horrible.
because they had to upgrade their systems.
Yeah,
It's not that
like-
it like fucked things over. It's that they spent money to change things. That's all. Like, they
No,
got
no,
more-
it actually did destroy systems. It did actually
the
destroy
ones
systems.
that didn't upgrade got wrecked. But anyway,
Maybe they should have
absolutely
upgraded.
wrecked.
thanks everyone for watching. I will see you next time with the 3DO in 1994. That is a threat.
I'm
But
sorry.
no, yeah, like Y2K was absolutely